Welcome into Salt Lake Community College for the Utah Top 50 Elite League. Coming to you live as we've got one of the best premiers, that's what we're going to call it, in the state, as a lot of the top 50 kids squaring off here in week 3 of this great tournament. Dane Stewart, please be joined by James Ballstead. And James, we've got ourselves a fun matchup tonight, the St. Louis Spirits and the Utah Stars.
And that's right. This should be a good one. Both these teams obviously some of them have teammates on either team, and it'll be interesting to see how they get after it together.
Awesome to have this in the main gym. The last couple of weeks we've been in the auxiliary gym. They've been doing some construction here at Slick, but all that worked out and we're on the main floor, and what a great experience for a lot of these youngsters, some seniors, juniors, sophomores. I mean, it is spread the wealth. If you're a top player, you're here, and we get a chance to see some up-and-comers in the state of Utah here tonight.
Yeah, this is exciting. I think what these kids have been doing the last couple of weeks is I've been surprised. we knew it would be good, but it was a lot better than we thought it would be. Just the competitive edge that happens here. Like you said, all of these kids play throughout the summer on AAU teams, and they're traveling all over the country playing against the top competition around the country. And then they come home, and 3 months leading into a high school season, they have to go to the high schools and do the open gyms and play against the freshmen, sophomores, whatever it is, and they just don't get the chance to keep the competitive edge up. And they need to be in their high school gyms, right? They need to be doing that with their teams. But we created this so that we could bring some of those kids together one night a week to get together and play against other really good players to keep that pace. And so far it's going great.
Well, the thing that's great, I mean, I was here last week to just kind of observe it a little bit, and you see kids that have an opportunity to really shine. And we see them in the state shine November, December, January, but you get here against top players and you get some great exposure. We had some coaches in the building last week, and nothing illegal, right? I mean,
right.
Parents and staff here, but opportunity to just kind of see kids play against top talent and a chance to be recognized and seen.
Right, that's exactly right. And you'll see it was like that shot right there, Jordy Barnes. Oh, look, his coach Barnes just walked in the building.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Coach wasn't here, right?
That's right. When you go to that point, the gym, we keep the gym a little bit empty. A couple coaches are allowed to come and see, and a couple VIPs that way. But we've had a lot of great feedback from that end. These kids are just playing to play. They're playing for the love of the game. They're competitors. They get out here. There's no one yelling from the sidelines, yelling at the refs or yelling at them to shoot it, and they just get to play. So
you can see the free flow that we're enjoying here, and we will work on getting some of these names. And look, I love the concept of this top 50 and everyone wearing the number 50 on the jerseys, which is great. It's not great for commentators, but we will do our best, as that was Jordy Barnes who got fouled. And look, this is a 20-minute halves, running clock, foul situations, 1 for 2, 1 for 3. Right. Jordy here, a chance for 1 for 2.
On that last main three was Kyle Carley from Mountain Ridge. He is a shooter. He played. I got the chance to see him a lot this summer. He played it for UBC, and he does a great job. Quick, dangerous from the three-point line, but he can get to the hole and he shares the ball really well. He finds the open man.
Good ball movement.
But see,
there.
Look at that ball movement. Yeah, that's exactly what you want.
And that's the great thing, is that those aren't even teammates, right? But It's just an opportunity, kids moving the ball and recognizing open opportunities, and that's what I love about it, is you don't have the parent yelling, shoot it, shoot it. It's just, we're going to come play.
That's right.
Makes for a fun atmosphere. As a double dribble there, the call. We've got 3 games on tap for you tonight. Our 6:30, 7:30, and 8:30 games should have some great matchups. This is Shank out of Weber, able to hit it.
Yeah, Hunter's had a strong summer. He had a good showing at the Pangos tournament this summer and started getting a bit of a following. He's played, I think he played a little bit for Congo this summer, and he was out traveling, but his game has a pretty high ceiling to it.
Yeah, Lee out of Kearns on that, missed that shot. As we'll inbound back here with the Stars, who are off to a nice start here. James, 10-3, the advantage for the Utah Stars. Of course, that's Stars with an S, so don't need any confusion there. Joked about that prior to the contest. Here's a 3 on the way. That shot won't go. That was from Hurd out of Cypress High School. And James, that Cypress team going to be a good one. Q Mesa, another one of the Pirates who's in this top 50 league this year, is a drive there and a nice finish off the glass.
It was Luke Moore from Copper Hills. Luke's a strong body, big kid. He's got some good schools looking at him. I think we expect him to have a good, strong season this year for Copper Hills.
Barnes ended up terminating their top of the paint. A little tough turnaround there, just misses. Rebound to Moore. Pressure there being put on by Kearns Cougar Javon Lee. Good work inside, and there is that big man Moore, 2 more. 16-3, my goodness. The St. Louis Spirit here falling behind. Got to get going.
A couple of things you notice here. Look, you come down the court, and this white team has moved the ball quite a bit more than the black team has. I think that's the difference of the score right now. You've got 1 pass shots or no pass shots.
Yeah.
And I would suspect coaches will make a comment.
Good unselfish find there
yeah.
on the drive to the rim, and I'm going to head to the line here as we'll have substitutions coming on here for the Spirit. As Hymas heading to the line here, the Copper Hills Grizzly with a chance. 13.5 to go here in this opening half, and the 1 for 2, 2 more here. Credited to the Stars, and a timeout going to be taken. We'll take a moment here. We do want to make an announcement. We've got some, nope, never mind. I thought we were taking a little break there. My bad. We'll wait on that announcement. We've got good news for all of our viewers out there, especially in the state of Utah.
Can't wait.
Ivy kicks it out. Corner 3, there you go.
There's Nate. There you go. You get a little bit of ball movement in there. You get a good shot. Nate Sorensen is a shooter. He's another Copper Hills kid. And Iverson.
Oh, good defense.
That is great D. Iverson with that pass. Iverson's another Kearns kid. Kearns is going to be tough this year. They got both of those guards. Javon and Iverson are just quick as lightning, and they can break down a lot of defenses.
They had a summer injury that might change that team a little bit, but they are going to be lightning quick across the floors. You speak of quick. There's some quickness for you, Coach.
Yeah, that was Kyle again. Kyle knows how to get to the rim. Kyle Carley.
Ivy here on the drive. That one almost went in. Rebounded by the Stars. Excuse me, by the Spirit. No, the Stars. My bad. We're working here.
We need the jerseys, right?
Here's Ivy. Good ball there to Hurd. Gives it back. Ivy, nice cut through the middle. (28) our score here, approaching the midway point of this first half. It's been a competitive first couple of weeks. This is a bit of a surprise start here. Is up the floor quickly, and the foul there given by Shank will send the Spirit to the line. That's Sorensen at the line.
That is Nate Sorensen, yes. Number 50.
1 for 2 there, so 20-10, the advantage here for the Stars. Well, you can see
There's
that
Luke
length.
Again. Length and strength.
That deflected.
Abe Conley. There's a Highland kid.
That Highland team, it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Jones can do there his first year with the Rams.
Yeah, I think that we've got them on our schedule. We get them when we play at that Olympus tournament. So we'll get a first-hand look.
Boy, nice hang there by Shank. We'll Weber Warrior, you talked about his summer, and he's got big things in store for him and Weber High this year as a travel there on the drive. Jordy Barnes coming back on the floor here. Also,
Will Santiago.
I was going to say, coach, a player you're familiar with.
Yeah, Will's junior up at Wasatch. That last play, Hunter Hansen from Fremont. He's a young sophomore. He had a strong summer as well. He was invited to the
Barnes with the steal.
Oh,
good recovery. Barnes gets it back.
there you go. Hunter Hansen was invited to that CP3 camp. Went out to that this summer. Had some good recognition.
That's not a Star Wars expo, in case you were wondering. It's
That's right, Chris Paul.
yeah. Here's Ivy sizing up Santiago, and a foul here going to be called on the floor.
You see Brian Allfrey over there yelling at the kids to move the ball.
He doesn't put up with stagnation.
No.
Timeout here. So we will take the moment now for our announcement. You ready, Coach?
I'm ready.
We got great news for you. Look, this is the third week of the Utah Top 50, and the Utah Top 50 is now available for high school girls basketball. You can find more information at www.utah top50.com. The Utah Top 50 League was created for the top Utah high school players to access high-level competition against their peers before the season begins. High school open gyms aren't enough competition for the top players, and in the Top 50 League, you'll play against the best. Fine-tune your skills and get competitive playing time before the season starts. Request your invitation at www.utah top50.com. Today, girls' games will be played the last 2 weeks of October and the first week of November at Salt Lake Community College, and teams will be coached by current college coaches. If you're a top high school girls basketball player, request your Top 50 invite at www.utah top50.com. Absolutely awesome.
We've been approached by folks who have seen this going on with the boys, and there certainly is a need for this for the girls. We'll get a abbreviated season in, but the girls need to have this as well.
Well, that's the awesome thing. I mean, Coach, this has been around for 2 weeks.
Right.
And when 2 weeks in, they're like, we got to do this for girls. You know that this is needed and wanted. So it's going to be fun to see that come. In the paint here, good defense there by Hurd, but will be called for the contact.
I'd like to see Abe Conley use his strength a little bit more inside. I think he's a lot stronger than he's playing down there. He can really shoot the ball from three, but he can take advantage of guys on inside if he can learn to do that as well.
Tell you what, the Stars have not relinquished their league at all, Coach. They got out to the double-digit lead, and they have not allowed the Spirits to get back in it. Tough pull up there from the junction, get it to go.
Hansen.
Well, that's good hands right there by Ivy Laviso out of Kearns. Stick it in the gut there of Shank and end up turning it over. Ivy looking for help. Barnes going away from the screen. Nice kick out. Ivy the three.
It was actually JJ for the three.
Oh, that was Lee. That was Lee. My apologies. Quick break. How about that? Barnes. Quick foul.
Javon's filling in. He actually, his real team is the Virginia Squires, but he's filling in tonight. We had a couple guys that couldn't be here.
Will he be eligible to play 2 games tonight, Coach?
He will be.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
He'll be ready to go.
Conley in the post with another pair. Right now, everything 2 for 1. Hurd.
D.
In the paint.
You know,
Oh,
Iverson.
how about that finish?
Automatic 3.
Well, are they calling offensive
Oh,
on
what?
that? Oh, no.
Oh,
You're
they
right.
got it, yeah.
Okay.
Automatic 3.
That one lost. 5:50 to go here, opening half. Lee gives it. Ivy showing patience, going to pull up from 12, able to hit it. More than just quickness for Ivy tonight.
Yeah. They're a hard guard. I hope we get to see their hops. Both of those kids can jump out of the gym. They surprised a lot of kids this summer. Goes Abe.
Back to the well.
There you go.
Abe Conley. You talked about his ability to score, Coach. Man, he's been impressive in the paint today.
Yeah, he's. I think the more he does that, you'll see him step out too. When it gets crowded in there, he'll step out and knock down a 3.
That's a good piece for a first-year coach, no doubt. Santiago able to pull and hit.
I don't think I've met a Santiago that doesn't like to shoot.
Regardless of what high school they go to.
Exactly. Will's dad, Todd, is he helps us out up there, and he likes to challenge the kids to some shooting competitions. There's Jordy from deep.
He's testing distance. Offensive board gathered by Lee. Jordy Barnes is going to be a young man. When it's all said and done, he's going to be up there with some of the top point guards in the state.
He is. I love. There are a couple kids in this league, a couple point guards in this league that I really, really like to watch. Jordy's certainly one of them. You watch the way they think. You can read their mind almost. They're so smart and see the floor. They do such a good job. He is great at that. Ooh.
That's a great knockout there by the Spirit. And hey, they're within single digits now. Just kind of chipping away. 4 minutes to go.
3.
Oh, how about that
Good
find?
eye, there you go.
Lee
Jordy
with a
to
pair.
JJ.
You know, it's pretty remarkable to see that kind of trust with teams that have been playing for a whole 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, like you know where he's going to be. You know he's going to be looking. As a turnover here, far sideline.
Yeah, when good players get out there and go, they read each other quickly and they learn what the other guy's going to do. They know where someone's supposed to be.
Tough finish there, well defended. Hey, there's the range for Conley, just short.
Good.
Another ball going
good
right to
pass.
the rim. That was fitting. 3 won't go, offensive board. Hurd going up, just off the front of the rim.
Letting him play. Pass.
That's one of the things I appreciated being here last week is you don't get overburdened with whistles. It's very free.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, we've asked these refs. We told them this is just a controlled scrimmage, and the refs are doing a good job. They appreciate the fact that they're not getting yelled at. We told the boys too, if anybody complains, they're out. There's Jordy with another assist.
Cut to 7. The lead was as big as 4. No,
I think 14.
12. Was it 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Not too strong, and there's the whistle on the foul. Good
I'll
job
tell you
by
what
Moore.
can't go unmentioned is that sweet mustache on stripes over there on the side. I wish I knew his name. I'll get it at halftime, but
You know,
that's strong.
yeah, and it's if I recall correctly, It's been that way for a couple years.
Has it?
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I'm impressed.
There's some real confidence in that. I don't have the ability nor the confidence to pull that off.
There you go, Iverson. Ooh.
Put back opportunity, good for Ivy.
Lead down to 7.
1:40 to go here in this opening half. Stolen away. Quick hands by Leviso, end to end. That was a pass that maybe got away from him a little bit. Other end, Ivy again.
I was just laughing at Brian Alfrey's face across the bench.
It's a one-possession game here,
is.
James. Costly turnover.
Oh, shoot that. There you go.
Barnes having to deal with Conley here defensively. Kick it out. 3 on the way. And things have gone cold here for the Stars. Inside, 2 more at the rim.
That's Fitton out of Mount Ridge. That's great eyesight. Seeing the open guy makes a difference.
And, you know, the thing you got to love is that kid's a scorer.
Yeah.
And you got to love the plays he's made, unselfish plays to help get the Spirit back in this. Turned over. Ooh. The Spirit almost had a chance to go down and take the lead. 32. No, what was that? 34-17?
Yes, I think that's what it was. Oh, AD.
That shot won't go. 10 seconds to go here in the half. One more chance for the Spirit.
Nate Sorensen.
And a foul on the drive with 3.6 left.
Get a chance to go ahead. One shot, 1 for 2. Nate Sorensen.
No pressure, huh? Chance to put his team up at the break here, and does.
He does it. 3 seconds.
3.6. A heave from half court. Hey, able to nail it.
That is Will Santiago from Heber, actually. That was a that shot was from Heber.
You said they like to shoot it. Well done, Will.
Right.
41-39, the advantage for the Stars. As we've hit halftime here, brief halftime opportunity for the two teams to gather a breath, the Gatorade. Coach, tell us what it's been like it's a 3-minute halftime. You're one of the organizers of this tournament. Talk about how it's gone in your eyes and what you guys are trying to build here with the Utah Top 50 League.
I think I'm excited. We're excited about what we've seen the last 2 weeks. The games, the first week, all 3 games came down to a one-shot game at the end. Competitive, they're playing well together, and it's exactly what we wanted to see. We came on kind of late. There's some high schools that are playing in fall leagues right now that some of their players aren't here that should be here, but they're where they should be, I guess I should say. They're playing with their high school teams. If their team's playing, they should be doing that. But some of the top 50 kids aren't here. I think this is probably, certainly we don't have 1 through 50 here, but this is probably the tightest top number that you've seen in a league, or you see a lot of them come to town and they just open it up to everyone. This was invite only, and each of these kids were selected to be here. And again, there are a handful of kids that we would love to see next year. We want to work closer with high school coaches to let them take advantage of this. We polled a lot of coaches, and they were on board. They were excited because, again, some of these kids, when they do their open gyms, they need to do that. That's a big part of building a school program. But they also need to be playing at a high level to keep their instincts up. That helps going into the season. So 1 game a week is a great way to do that at this level, and we hope to see more of those kids here next year.
Well, I was going to, Coach, you talked about a lot of the top 50 kids, obviously not all of them, and there is no ranking of this kid was 13th and this kid was 21st. But I'll tell you, I saw you before tonight's game, put a few shots up. We'll call it the top 51.
Yeah.
Because you're right. You can still ball.
Yeah, that's right. I'm slow. I stopped playing. Someone asked me the other day if I still played, and I stopped playing when I couldn't do what I thought I used to be able to. Whether or not I could, I at least thought I could.
Some of us have never been able to, But
I can still shoot though, and I'll outshoot my boys.
That's pretty good considering you got a boy on the hill right now.
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't listen to this, but I'll tell everybody I can outshoot him, but I don't know that I can.
Oh, man.
That I really can.
Coach, in this kind of a thing, I mean, we talked a little bit about with the girls, but for the boys it's true as well. You've got college coaches coaching these two sides, assistants and members of the coaching staff here at Slick are helping to coach these two sides. As a coach in this sort of event, how do you coach a bench in this kind of a league?
It's tough, honestly, and what we've asked them to do, really, they're not running any plays. But because they know the game, they're able to make adjustments. I was just watching some of them over there talking about how to play defense a little bit better, your footwork, your stance, your hands, those type of things. So really, it's just giving them pointers as they play. The other thing is, we ask them to pay attention. If some kid's shooting it too much and not sharing the ball, pull them out and talk to them a little bit. And we haven't seen that in this league. There are kids here that could take over a game, and there's a time to take over a game, but we haven't seen that too much. Last week, in that I think you were there for that last game, and we'll see them a little bit later. But that Sam Svolich from Northridge took over a game at the end and brought them back, and they went in overtime and ended up winning it. But those things are there when you need to do it. But coaches we've just asked the coaches to kind of keep these guys loose and keep them playing together.
That was a 2-point shot. Shank and just left that short. Barnes.
Good pass.
Much better ball movement from the Spirit than what we saw early on.
Right, that's made a difference. It's brought them back in the game.
They've got themselves a lead here with a quick start in this second half. As Moyer going to try the three. The Copper Hills Grizzly able to hit all angles and knock down the tray.
If you'll notice, that obviously there's 3 3-point lines out there. Can be a little bit confusing. We've let them know that the closest one to the high school,
which is the hardest one to see,
exactly.
Brown on brown. Like,
when we decided that, we knew that they would stand out there at the yellow line anyway.
Yeah.
Because they usually do in a game.
Well, and we saw this, we've seen girls' state tournaments here. We saw it with the boys last year where those lines, they're used to the outermost, and so you'll see it affect shooters where it doesn't, you can tell them we're playing the blue or we're playing the brown, but they're going to stand on the outer part of that, and we've seen that for years. But it's a good opportunity for them to learn and adjust to that, because wherever the state tournament is played, be it Weber, Utah here, you're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's interesting. We talked to, you look at the 3-point shooting percentages in a state game at one of the colleges, they usually go down.
Yeah.
Because kids are confused a little bit, and you're seeing it here, right? They're staying pretty far out.
Oh, nice
That's
play.
That's a great move by Luke.
Yeah, that was Moyer again. He's had a nice night tonight.
The Spirits have gone small, it looks like. Not the Spirits. The Stars.
Yeah, I've got a little cheat sheet over here that I've been using to try to keep the teams straight. It's
Is that helping?
It's been a bit of a chore. Extra pass there, picked off. Out on the run. Able to score it.
It was Jake Fitton.
Tough pull up there in the double team.
Hunter is great at that. You'll see him start to take control a little bit. Oh.
Well, he almost had the steal there. Barnes able to get it back.
Good pass.
Good find. Barnes too strong off the front of the rim.
Good pass.
Hunter the three. Just missed it. Couple misses here on both ends. Now a turnover. Leviso. Nice fake by Ivy.
Give him the rondo.
Nice little pass there to Moore in traffic. We'll put one up, back of the rim. Rebound gathered by the Spirits. Long three, that's short. Want to remind you, excited to have this Utah Top 50 on KSLSports.com. Can also find it on YouTube, on the High School Rewind channel. Be available on both places for rewatch whenever you'd like. And we'll have the remainder of the boys tournament here every Monday night, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 for games on both of those sites. Hunter bringing it up, playing through there.
I love that no call. That'll get called in a regular game and maybe shouldn't. So I love that no call.
And won't go, the follow will. And one of the interesting things, Coach, is we've got a time here for a sub, but we are running a shot clock here, which we love to see. And to, the happiness of everyone, we haven't had one shot clock violation because we're just up and down the floor.
Right. And you and I spoke earlier. The good news is, at least I think it's the good news, is we're voting again as a state. I'm a huge proponent of a shot clock in high school basketball, and hopeful that something will change. You and I may, I think you want it as well, but may not be as confident that something will be passed. But it changes the game. You don't see it so much in the pace of the game. Where you see it is at the end of a quarter, end of a half. Good shot by Nate. Good pass. Good Jake. But it changes the game. It helps the kids make better decisions. It helps them learn the game better.
Don't get me wrong. I want it.
Yes.
I want it badly. I'm just skeptical that we'll get it.
Yeah.
But in case you're wondering, the answer to that question is vote yes. That's the answer.
If anybody, please reach out to me if you want to talk about it, and I would love to try and persuade you differently if you feel like we don't need a shot clock. There's a way to make it happen. Shot, good pass.
Apologize for the scoreboard difficulty. We'll get that reset here. Sometimes we have just blips of connection, and that's what we are encountering. We'll get that back and going for you. 53-51, our score here.
Where's he going with that? That's actually great D by Jordy Barnes. He stunted at Kyle, and Kyle had to change his decision midair and didn't work.
I'll tell you, sometimes in these tournaments you don't see a lot of defense. I think we've had really good defense play tonight.
Right. That's right. Jordy Barnes, coast to coast. I love watching these point guards as I mentioned before. It's interesting. You see them kind of watch the court, and when guys aren't moving and getting to the right spots, or maybe the spots they should be, you'll see point guards shoot more than they typically do. But a good point guard likes to create. He uses his eyes, his shoulders, his feet to get defenders, not just his defender, but other players' defenders, to move so he can help guys get open. You'll see a couple more of those guys later tonight, but you've got some of the best point guards in the state playing in this, and some of the upcoming point guards like a Jordy Barnes. Jordy was a factor as a freshman last year at Olympus. You see him playing so much mature for his age, like so much further above his sophomore level.
Ace Reiser, another one of those youngsters.
Yeah, he'll be here later. You're exactly right. And even Hunter Hansen's over there on the bench. It looks like he might have tweaked an ankle or something and sitting out. But he's played point guard. He played that Fremont last year. And he's another one that just smart.
Good drive there. Tough one. Couldn't get it to go. And out on the run, here come the Stars. Oh, excuse me. I got bit. It was the Stars, yeah. No, it was not. It was the Spirits. I lost my cheat sheet momentarily.
That's right. Kyson got called for the foul. He was upset that the shot didn't go in the other end. I felt like that whistle blew before there was even contact. He was anticipating it.
That happens sometimes.
But that's coming from a coach who looks for things like that.
You know, if it were up in Heber right now or in Park City right now, I have a belief there'd be a coach that'd be off the seat,
well,
testing the vocal cord strength right now.
Well, I don't like to yell at refs. We have good discussions.
Yeah,
refs are people too.
They are. They're very reasonable people. I've come to find out.
That's right. Good shot. That's great. Jake's got a great shot.
Other end, how about that finish? Hunter showing his ability to take it strong to the rim.
Gotta keep this tight game.
Didn't know if we'd have that when it was a 16-point deficit.
Yeah. Good passes.
This is a 3, not off the mark. Those are two Dan Cosby kids playing side by side for the Spirit.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter again.
Dan does a great job out there at Kearns. He's been there for a while and just gets those kids playing. Good pass. Oh.
He's got a former Cougar right now who's going to be at Marquette this year.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun watch. Kirk Wath out there and Majock heading to San Jose State, going to be a Spartan. And that's been what's fun for us covering this state. You know, it's not just Kearns. I mean, Eli, your son, former Wasatch Ballers at the U right now, Rylan Jones, Stephen Ashworth, both at Utah State. Obviously, BYU is littered with a bunch of Utah kids, Hunter Erickson and Trevin Nell and others. It's awesome to see these kids be able to go to the next level and go play in premier matchups and games.
Yeah. Before I address, I need to give a shout out to Luke Moore. Just took it to his teammate Nate Sorensen, son with a little wink running down the court, but that was a great move. I'm
going to say that will be made note of in open gyms for the next couple of weeks.
But you're right. Those kids that are playing at the next level. There goes Abe from showing his range, but those kids are playing at the next level are the Utah top 50, right? These kids. We'll have some of these kids playing at that next level, and we'll be able to talk about it. But that's we have a lot of them from the state that are playing out there right now.
I mean, think about that. You could have had Rylan Jones against Stephen Ashworth in high school. How fun would that have been?
Exactly.
I think we all wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Right? Lone Peak versus Olympus in those years, and never got it. Could have had a little snippet of it here,
and hopefully that's what we're creating here.
Yeah. And so we just want to remind you, this is the first year of the top 50, and now they are accepting invitation requests for the girls Utah Top 50. It's created for the top Utah high school players to access high-level competition against their peers before the season begins. Fine-tune your skills and get competitive playing time now. Request your invitation at www.utah top50.com. Girls games will be played the last 2 weeks of October and the first week of November here at Salt Lake Community College, and the teams will be coached by current college coaches. Request your invitation today at utah top50.com. Nice cross over there, pull up, and that just won't go for Lee, but a nice move, and he'll head to the line.
That first step was a little too quick for Bryson. He gambled one side JJ is quick. He's a hard guard.
Starting to see some players come in for the next game, the 7:30 tip. And that's the thing I love. We still have 7 minutes on the clock in regulation, and the next game starts in 18 minutes.
Yeah.
I love the speed and tempo of
That's right. We don't
how
have
this
to,
goes.
We don't have to sit around.
That was called on the floor before the shot.
Oh.
That picked off by Jordy Barnes. Shank hands that off. Gets it back. Here's Hunter.
Right there, Kyson in the corner there, a little short.
Nice
Travel.
trail, but a travel.
That's a good call. That's the other thing we've asked these coaches to do, just to get the guys running through there, right? Everybody's playing a lot, and no one's sitting very much.
I'll tell you, we've seen a couple players test the limits here. If you like the long ball, make sure you tune in at 7:30. We got cue ball. Quentin Meza of Cyprus. If there's wood on the floor, he's in range.
That's right.
He's got unbelievable distance. One of the best three-point shooters in the state. He will look to light it up at that 7:30 matchup as that three won't go. Nice save, but turned over.
Yeah, Q has got a very long ball. He's being chased by a little Diego Mulford out there, though. Diego he'll light you up when you least expect it.
It's got to be one of the shorter backcourts in the state, but one of the best three-point shooting backcourts in the state.
Yeah, I'd love to
combined.
see the numbers. You're exactly right.
It's unreal.
We'll get to see a little bit of that tonight. And I guarantee you they're going to be behind the yellow line.
I was going to say both those two are in this Utah Top 50 League. Is out on the run. Lee finish at the rim. 3-point lead here for the Spirits. And a timeout taken.
I want to give a shout out to Salt Lake Community College for letting us be here and be in their facilities. What an amazing facility. You can see the camera, the bleachers aren't up there. They've redone the bleachers this year, and that's what kept us from being in here the last couple weeks. But this is a pretty amazing floor, a pretty amazing facility, and we appreciate them letting us be here to do this.
It gives it a feel of legitimacy, right? And like something to aim for. This is not, no offense, I love our high school gyms in this state, but this is not playing in a high school gym. You're playing on a professional floor. This is, where the Utah Stars play.
That's
and
right.
Obviously slick and gives you a chance at seeing the floor, the rim from a different angle than what you're accustomed to on a Wednesday or a Friday night over the winter months. And it's awesome. Awesome to have it here. Awesome to have their support and buy-in. And the coaching staff and the facility staff here have been great to help this be successful in its first year.
Yeah.
Inside of 5 minutes to go here. Santiago tried to kick it, turned it over. Here's Lee. Oh, looked like he wanted to throw down and then said, hey, I'll take the points instead. That's good maturity there.
That is good. I think he could have put it down. I've seen him put down a few. I've seen him windmill dunk in warm-ups before.
Windmill?
Yes. Surprised a few people.
I bet.
Good pass, Luke.
Great
Luke to
play there.
Kyson. Teammate to teammate.
Here's Barnes. Got stuck, kicks it out. That three just rims out. Carly the rebound.
Oh,
Santiago. That three short. Oh, Lee Saw that baseline open. How about the recovery there?
Great D getting back. Hunter with the block. Looked like.
Here's Ivy. Sends it over. Lee from the corner. Back of the rim. Oh, how about the hands of Jordy? Jordy Barnes. A couple nice plays there to get it back and score it. Push the lead to 5.
This has been a turnaround.
That one won't go. Barnes able to track it down and has help. Jordy going the distance.
And when they settled in and started playing, moving the ball, and they got situated, they've stuck with it.
All of a sudden, huh?
Yeah.
It's been 2 completely different teams. That 3 won't go. And grabbed by the Spirits. 2.5. End to end won't go. Offensive board by Ivy, and we've got a whistle here is heard. Came down and
looks like an ankle.
see him up as he'll head to the bench, and the Spirits here will inbound. 2:20 to go. And one for Javon Lee.
Wow. 10-point lead like that. What do we say? They were down 14
I
at
think
least.
16. I think it was 32 to 16, if I recall correctly. Inside won't go. Offensive board, too strong. That knocked away. Good hands. The Spirit. Lee, the three.
JJ's not going to wait.
Jordy gets it back. How about the hustle? Jordy Barnes made 3 or 4 of those plays in the last minute.
That's the that's the IQ of a good point guard. They usually know how to sneak those rebounds, sneak those little steals. Got to make something happen quick.
Boy, Moore had that one knocked away. Here you go, Coach.
Oh,
Oh, how about Ivy? Nearly came up with it. Kick out. 3 for Moore. Won't go. 1 minute to go. Blocked by Hunter. In traffic. How about the scoop and score?
hey.
Been that kind of a second half. Off the thigh and goes right to his teammate.
When that chain, what was that? About halfway through the first half, when the Spirit started turning it around, and they've just controlled it since.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an impressive recovery from the Spirit, leading here by 8. 15 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. And here's something we're not accustomed to saying. They'll have to shoot it.
That's right.
Or just take the violation.
Jordy will shoot it. There you go. Good news
It
is
hit the rim.
I think they'll call the game here. Good news is, even though it's an 8-point game, we just saw a really good game, right? I mean, it was close all the way through. We got fans. We got the next team storming the court.
Everyone's anxious. I think the shot clock buzzer threw everyone off.
Yeah,
They're like, is the
that's
game
right.
over?
That's right. Let's see if they can cut this to a 5-point game.
Hunter going to try just that. Coach, if there's a youngster out there watching this, says, I want to go play in that. How do they get here?
They need to get better. They need to get better. There are some kids, like we said, there are a few kids that could have been that could be here, but when they're younger, just play. I tell our kids at Wasatch all the time. I have a grandson that's 5 years old, and it bothers me that he can't dunk it yet, and he can't dribble the ball very well. And of course, they laugh at that, and I just say, look, he's been practicing for 5 years. 5 years to be able to do that, and he can't do it yet. It just takes time. So those youngsters that are wanting to play here, keep playing, get better. We'll see you. If you're a high school student right now, go to the top 50, utah.50.com, and send us a request, and we'll evaluate you. And obviously we won't be doing this until next year again.
Yeah.
But we want to follow those kids. We'll be watching closely to see who's out there and put this together next year.
Well, a great comeback there from the Spirit. They come back and get the win 76-68 over the Utah Stars. And for the Spirit this year, they improved to 2-1 on the season. There will be a playoff the last week of the year. Chance for 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, 5 versus 6. So the games do mean something. But today it's the Spirit with the win. Want to remind you, we've got another game coming up 6.5 minutes from now as the Memphis Sound and the Flint Tropics will prepare to tip off here from Salt Lake Community College. You're watching the Utah Top 50 only on KSLSports.com.